Hello everybody, New Manchester here, back with another video, and I am at a picnic area along a major highway near the Louisiana border in Texas called US 79, and that's the sound of US 79. That's the sound of traffic going by, the cars and semis. I did a video here back in 2018, last year, a message to Winston Wu video. It was a video which was a message to the Happier Abroad founder, Winston Wu. And you know, he wanted to know why come I won't show myself, so I showed myself to him. And that led to people like my friend Captain Brandon Horror Lover to see what I look like. And Brian Deebs saw what I look like, and he told me that I'm not homosexual, but you are good looking, bro. I can't understand why you don't have a girlfriend. Will you please tell me your experience with women in the past, or whatever he said. So I made a video for Brian Deeb, and I think he didn't watch it. He probably did watch it, but he didn't comment or give a like or dislike. Feel like an idiot making that video. I don't know if Brian Deebs are trying to make a fool out of me or not, but I don't know. But anyway, in this video, I'm gonna tell you why I'm at this park. Had some bad experiences with my parents and all the toxic, negative people in the eastern part of Texas where I live. You know, I came here to get away from all the toxicness, the negativeness of all of that, and come here. And this is a very big place. It's huge. There's someone in a pickup truck, and there's some people in semis here, so I'm not the only one here. So you know, they're not going to give me trouble. They're not going to come up to me and talk to me and have a conversation with me, because you know how paranoid and fearful people in America are. So yeah. So basically, I'm all alone. I'm all alone. But I'm not worrying about that, because I have a friend on YouTube who and his name is Captain Brandon Horror Lover. He's my friend. He told me he's my friend for life, and he is a real friend. You know, he's not like the friends I had in the past who left me high and dry and stabbed me in the back and made me look like a fool. So yeah. You know, Winston Wu said this, if you can't go overseas, the next best thing is to go to roadside parks and national parks, because it's quiet. You could be one with nature. You can feel whole and feel like yourself, and feel a lot of peace with you and nature, which is a good thing. You know. And you know, I'll probably be happy overseas, you know, in any country. No, not those tyrannical dictatorship countries, not those really bad countries, but those really good, decent countries, you know. And there's 6 million Americans, and the number is growing. There's some Americans who live overseas. And there's some African Americans, Black Americans who live in America, want to leave the U.S. and move to Ghana in West Africa. Yeah, because they're leaving because, you know, they're sick of black people being treated badly and going on mass shootings, you know. Those are the type of people who think outside the box, who want to get away from America, the culture in America, and American society. So, you know, I'm seen as a nutcase and far gone in Looney Tune land by my father. But, you know, I don't care anymore. I really don't, because, you know, after viewing Winston Wu's Happier Abroad site and YouTube channel, is people like my father and people in America who are negative, who want to bring out the worst in me, bring out the worst in me and put me down. Who act like maniacs and talk down to people and treat people like crap, and feel that, and make you feel like you're not good enough and you don't know anything, you're not smart enough. Those are the type of people who are crazy. But those type of people want to flip that around and make it look like you're nuts and they're normal, which is totally backwards. Because let's face it, let's face it, people in America who are like this are totally backwards, and they are. And they are. I want to ask you a question. Do you find this very weird? Do you think that a family, relatives on your father's side of the family will not visit you at all? You tell them you want them to visit you, they won't visit you at all. But if someone in your family, like a brother and sister or a mother and father, dies over health problems or in a car accident, they'll show up at your house and grieve with you. Then they'll go to the funeral. Then after the funeral is over, they disappear and you won't hear nothing from them ever again. They only visit you if someone dies. Do you think that's weird? I think it's weird. Yeah. So yeah, going overseas. Not everybody in overseas countries. I think Western Europe or Eastern Europe, I think, are parts of Asia or Australia or New Zealand. I'm not going to add Canada into this because Canada doesn't count, because Canada is similar to the US. So I'm not going near that country. Anyway, overseas, in countries like Europe, in countries in Europe, Western Europe, Eastern Europe, parts of Asia like China and Australia and New Zealand. I guess some people are gonna say that the quality of living isn't great, and it's really bad, and America's great. I mean, some people are going to think that, some people are not going to think like that. So it's a mixed bag. I also heard my dad say that him and my mom went to China, and he said that people were knocking them down and they were rude. They were knocking my dad and my mom down and walking all over them. And my dad got this thought in his head that the entire country of China is like this. Well, according to Winston Wu, China is a mixed bag. There's some friendly people and there's some not so friendly people. And I remember the hygienist from a dentist that I go to, a hygienist named Sarah. And Sarah told me about this couple from China, I think from Korea or China, I don't know. I think it's China. And she said they were the most friendly, the most down-to-earth people you have ever met. And she said that they gave her and her husband gifts. And there's some good and bad in some countries. I mean, but my dad want to deem all countries as bad. Every single country is bad. America's bad, but somehow it is the best country in the world, which really doesn't make any sense to me. And my dad running off on that propaganda and this freedom thing. Freedom this, freedom. It's like if you believe in this freedom, you're just a brain dead zombie. And I don't think like that. I think for myself, I'm not a big patriot of the US. I just don't care for this country anymore. I just don't. I really don't. I don't hate America, I just feel sorry for all the uneducated, stuck in the box people in this country who just empty, backwards, and nothing more than Neanderthal knuckle dragon cavemen. And that's what they are. Yeah. Yeah. And I watched some videos from Winston Wu, who posted a link, a playlist of him going to Russia. And Winston Wu was just surrounded by women. Women were just coming up to him left and right. I mean, he went to a fast food restaurant and two women wanted him to sit at a table with them and eat food with them. That's insane. That will never happen here. I mean, ever, And these women left and right was all over Winston Wu. I mean, even a police woman had the hots for him. That's crazy. I mean, you won't see a female police officer having the hots for you at all. Because the female police officers here are very stiff, militaristic, and serious all the time. Yeah. Yeah, and he was talking to people who are younger than him, and people in their 20s, and Winston was in his 30s. And the people he talked to were mainly in their I think they're mainly in their 20s, and some of them were in their 30s. I mean, the people in their 20s and 30s here in America will never come up to you and talk to you, never want to form a bond or form a friendship with you, ever. They would never want to get to know you at all. And if Elliot Rodgers, George Soudini, and Nicholas Cruz and the Santa Fe shooter was in Winston Wu's shoes, if these guys were in Winston Wu's shoes, they never grab a gun and go on mass shootings, because all the women, all the good nature, all the down-to-earth people will flock to them, and they'll start to feel good about themselves, and they'll go from angry, psychotic nutcases who are angry at the world because they can't get dates. They'll go from that and go from like normal, happy people who are completely whole, and with it, and focused and happy and just normal. I mean, these guys would be totally different from what they are here in America. But it seems to me here in America, they just like, in America, you just get torn down, get ripped apart. People talk down to you, treat you like dirt. Strict and anal and being an asshole and a prick. Being all stiff and militaristic and just be all business all the time. And they drive you to go nuts. You go on shootings, you hurt yourself. They could care less until you're dead or in prison. And they'll just go about their business and just move on like you just don't matter. I mean, which is just downright just sick and sad and just totally sick in the head. Winston Wu said that this is sick in the head. That's sick in the head. And it is sick in the head. Yeah. But, you know, overseas, you know, there's a guy by the name of Igor the Russian. This guy's in his home country of Russia, but, you know, I unsubscribed to him because my friend Captain Brandon Horror Lover told me that this guy makes fun of his subs and he's very suspicious of everybody. He's very suspicious of people. And he thinks everybody but him is a moron. And he treats his subs this way. And I was one of his former subs. So after my friend Captain Brandon Horror Lover told me about Igor the Russian, I unsubscribed to him. So I'm no longer a sub of Igor the Russian at all. So to me, that guy is a piece of shit. He can go fuck himself for all I care. Pardon my French. So, yeah, I mean, all people, but Igor the Russian told me this about Russia. He told me this: all people in Russia are not all nice, but people are normal, people are decent. You know, it is what it is. I think that's what he said to me. Yeah. A trucker just waved at me. A guy in a semi. And he's probably an old guy, you know. Speaking of that, you know, the only people who are sociable and the people you can talk to in America are senior citizens, old people. That's about it. That's about it, you know. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, and I heard Winston Wu said that if you step off a plane in another country overseas, I mean, like the United Kingdom, for instance, I mean, all the problems and all the heartache and pain and sadness and sorrow and anger and just misery and just feel like you just nothing will disappear. And I live here in Texas, and I feel like I'm nothing here. I feel like I'm a piece of crap here. But it's funny, I feel like nothing here in Texas, and I'm a piece of crap. But if I go to Louisiana, I feel like I'm somebody. But overall, Louisiana is part of America. It's as crappy as America, you know. Yeah, you know. Yeah. So yeah, don't want to live in Louisiana because I heard that has a high crime rate. The state is extremely poor because her politicians in the past just destroyed that state by sucking that state dry of money. Conservative politicians. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I'm ripping off Igor the Russian in one of his videos. I mean, he made a video of him walking around somewhere in Southern California talking, holding the camera up to his face. So I'm basically ripping him off. You know, I don't care. He probably doesn't care anyway. So yeah. I got some good out of him doing this. This is kind of fun. I like this. Yeah. I guess I'll start talking like Igor the Russian. I don't like America. America just bunch of crazies. Go and subscribe. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I think I'll be, yeah, yeah, I've never been to Russia, never been to Russia, never been to, never been to the United Kingdom, never been to New Zealand, never been to those places, never been to those countries. I would like to go to those countries someday. I mean, those countries are a whole different matrix. I mean, you know, I mean the Matrix. I mean the Matrix in Australia and New Zealand is totally different from this Matrix. Because in this Matrix here in the U.S., it's just weirdo, crazy, paranoid asshole. I want to destroy you, crush your dreams, and spit on you. Matrix. That's what it is. Yeah. And there's a guy up on YouTube. He goes by the name Sly Jones. Sly Jones is MGTOW, and I'll listen to one of his videos. I don't know the guy has ADHD, but he was bashing people in their 40s, saying that they can't get a job, and if they very disruptive and they make the work environment hostile, get fired, and he put down someone who's in their 40s saying that, oh, I wish I didn't do this, and he said, no, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. You're at the bottom of the barrel. And this guy was a straight up asshole, and I subbed to him. I think I left a comment on one of his videos and he never replied. And I found out why. He says he doesn't want to talk to people online. He want to talk face to face with someone. Well, I want to talk to you. And this guy lives in Seattle, Washington. And I live here in Texas. So I can't afford to get in a car, get in a plane, and go all the way to Seattle just to talk to you. I mean, I can do it online. But this guy doesn't care. He just one of those assholes within the MGTOW movement, and that's what he is. And my friend Captain Brandon Horde Lover told me this: stay away from these MGTOW assholes. Yeah. I think some jerk off in a pickup truck is looking at me. I don't care. I'm just making a video on this tablet that I have, so I can upgrade to something in HD. I guess you guys, I mean, if my videos were in HD and I filmed filmed a piece of America that I live in, you're gonna see how shitty it is. Yeah. I mean, the pavement through this picnic area is kind of crappy anyway. Yeah. When I go to, and I'm heading to Louisiana, and the pavement there, the roads there are really, really bad. So yeah, that's the crumbling infrastructure in this country. Yeah. Hope I'm not saying the same thing over and over again. Hope I don't. Yeah. Yeah, it's real quiet in this picnic area, and it is real quiet. You know, I need to come here more often and just get away from all the negativity that I'm going through in my life. Because, you know, all those people who crap on me, who just leave me in the dark on everything, are not that smart anyway. I mean, yeah, they're educated, they know what they're doing, but they don't show it. which is kind of strange to me. So yeah, so I'm not gonna believe the lies, where a lie that America is great but it's bad, and some countries around the world are bad. I'm not gonna think that. This is how I look at it. America's not a great country because of all its problems and how the people are, how society is. And foreign countries, some of them, are not as toxic and broken and messed up as the US. Yes, they have their problems, but they're not in the extreme as here in America. So I guess someone's gonna say that I'm wrong on that. But I don't care. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna take a trip to a foreign country. I'm gonna see for myself is these people are telling the truth. Okay? So I'm not gonna believe what other people are saying. Okay, that's all I gotta say. I'm gonna just continue enjoying this park, and I'm gonna continue enjoying this picnic area. And before I end this video, I'm gonna give a shout out to my subscriber by the name of Martel the Cool. I haven't heard anything from this guy He doesn't want me to communicate with him through the comment section on YouTube videos, but he wants me to talk to him through emails. And so yeah, I got a Facebook page going, but I'm trying to get used to it. The net at my house is down. I have a shitty internet provider by the name of Suddenlink. These guys suck, and there's always something going wrong with their Wi-Fi. You know, they want to say that I'm the problem. There's something wrong with me. There's something wrong with me, and nothing wrong with them. And they're lying. They're just a bunch of crooks. They just want to suck more money out of me. That's it, you know. That's all it is. Yeah. Okay. If you like the video, like the video. If you dislike the video, dislike it. And subscribe. This is the new Manchester saying this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.